Hello. For this week, I thought we would have something outside, and sorry about the mess behind my back. We're just trying to rearrange things in the house. This week, I want to talk about direction. Now, the famous hockey player Wayne Gretzky, sorry for my pronunciation, once said that he skated to where the puck was going, not where it had been. So firstly, I would like to shout out to all my Canadian audiences. Years ago, I wanted to move to Toronto. And if you ask me what my favorite hockey team is, that would be the Blue Jay. And that right there is all I know about hockey. That's from a mentor of mine. I just wanted to be able to relate to you guys. So a quick context. I wanted to move to the States, so I decided that I would study at Toronto for a Master of Data Science. At the same time, I wanted to retain my research position in Sydney and move to the wealth management in Vancouver. So network extensively with Sydney-siders who had already made the move and working in banking over there. I think I networked every single day. And at a certain point, I talked to a property developer of quite famous of Hong Kong in Vancouver. That was interesting. Yeah. And additionally, I was obviously studying French. The paperwork was set, and the future looked so clear. I was also going to do a PhD in the States so that I can get a citizenship over highly skilled employees in the States. But the Lord had a different plan for me. And boy, was it a great plan. The lesson shaped how I think about strategy. Now, if you look at this day and age where things are changing so quick, my research this week covered AMD, Meta, the rise of agentic AI, career development, and property news. Now, so many different topics, but there is one discipline. The discipline is that you and we need to anticipate the market before it already happens. I've got a couple of mentees talking to me about studying in data science. And I just didn't know what to say. I really didn't know what to say. Because the thing is, we cannot build by going to where the market has been. We need to know, anticipate with data, with everything that's going on, what's going to come next. And guess what? We've been doing that. Every time we sit down inside a car and drive, right? So when you drive, you don't just go straight ahead. You always have to look to the side, yeah? Obviously the front mirror, side mirror, and also the rear view. Now, then you develop your sort of a mental plan, right? In terms of whether, okay, this way, if we go this way, is this going to be more congestion? Whether in the other direction, we have a plan and we carry it through. We're also, on the street, we also sense, different drivers, whether they are getting out of their pattern, whether they are becoming dangerous drivers. And that is strategy. That is data analytics, and that is research, and that is life, right? You devise a plan and you execute every time you sit in a car and you drive. So why aren't we doing that with other aspects of our life? Now, these days, AI is changing very fast and changing how companies compete. career development is changing how professionals position themselves. Property is changing how investors think about risk, cash flow, and long-term ownership. And sometimes we think strategy means controlling every outcome. But no, real strategy is about reading direction, anticipating where the puck is going to go. And I do hope, that when the puck change, that you will also change your direction. Because sometimes we cannot force the life you're meant to build. That's up to the Lord. And I'm not religious, but I'm a true believer. So if this sounds like something that speaks to you, comment clarity. Thanks.